Okay, hello. Welcome to the stream. Um, you are absolutely right, Kai. This is going to hurt for me. As fate would have it, Umbreon was reserved for the final fusion of the set, and Volps. I actually had that pretty much that exact idea. Um, at the end of the last stream. I don't know. I don't remember if it was before or after I stopped the actual stream. And my only not worry about it, I guess, but my my reservation about it is that it would just kind of give it Umbreon's body shape, and I want to emphasize Wormadam more in these fusions, and try to find a balance where possible, but err on the side of Wormadam. So I'm not sure. I think the best idea that I had was basically to turn Wormadam's Trash Cloak into more of a trash bag and just make it black and have some yellow rings on it, and find a way to find a halfway point between the ear hands that Wormadam has and Umbreon's ears, and do something with the face. But it's it's all very it doesn't feel like it'll be a satisfying way to do it. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do go for more of a poodle approach, because that at least would be visually more interesting, I think. So yeah, it could have hooped earrings. Yeah, it is kind of an easy solution to take the rings from Umbreon and make them like physical items that can be part of the design. So yeah, maybe I'll just do a quick sketch of both, and see visually which one is working better, because I do only have 2 hours, slightly more than 2 hours, but I have I'm meeting someone. I'm meeting someone after this, and so can't dally for too long afterwards. But yeah, tough one. Let's see if we keep. Yeah, if we make it primarily Wormadam, obviously it'll have a head, it'll have the long nose. I think the long nose is kind of non-negotiable. It'll have the big bit and the little bit here, and maybe the tie-off at the bottom can be an Umbreon ring, and it'll just have 3 points to it. And this would be the body here would be black, similar kind of bulky kind of shape up here, its body is just wrapped in a trash bag. Gotta do something with those eyes, and probably something that's a little bit more in between the two. And then and then something with the shape of the ears, maybe something like that, with the rings as well. Or maybe something that resembles more of that tie-off kind of pattern at the bottom. There could actually be another ring pattern here, and this would be just a pattern. It would give kind of more definition to the division between top and bottom. So yeah, what if what if this just has two tips here? Kind of like bunny ears that happen when you tie off something. And then there could be two here as well. And then we just make the ears also seem like bags of stuff that are just like maybe a little emptier. And then I need to do something with the hanging bit, but I have absolutely no idea what to do there. And then maybe the nose has an Umbreon ring pattern on it as well, instead of the whole tip being the same color. Like, I think that this could work, and you know, playing with the colors, like it's fine. It's just still very much feels like Wormadam, and I feel like it's maybe it maybe needs more Umbreon. And I forgot to start recording. Do I redraw this from the beginning? Yeah. It'll be faster to redraw it than to wait for the stream processing on YouTube. Okay, recording now. And hopefully I don't run out of storage again. I don't think I will. I think I cleared enough space yesterday, or last time, that I don't need to worry about it. The tie-off, trash man, Danny DeVito. The tie-off could be more like Umbreon areas. If you just mean like the little bits, I think that might be too small for it to work. But yeah, maybe like a 3D kind of golden ring there, and then just the like little bunny ears coming off the bottom. If it just has Umbreon eyes, I mean, that could work, probably just like a little bit modified to kind of fit the shape of Wormadam's face a little better with the big nose. As usual, just a very rough draft here. I will also try the dog version, and if we can think of a way to combine those two ideas, I'm all for it. Yeah, in this version, I don't know what color the head would be. Because, I mean, I guess it could just be a slightly different gray, but I feel like that would be, you know, less interesting. I was also thinking maybe it could just be holding onto a ring. Almost like a gymnast. Anyway, the other option is the more dog approach, which would be still with the pointy nose. I think that's the right way to go. Still with an eye that is maybe somewhere in between. But then, yeah, big puffy coat, chest thing. Probably completely puffy front paws as well. But then a back that is more slim. It could still have the puffy bottom there. Tiny legs sticking out of the cloak. I'm not sure where that would be. I think the ear approach is more or less the same. I guess in this one it could just be, actually, yeah, in this version probably best to keep it slightly more Wormadam, but just maybe give it a point more like Umbreon's. Yeah, a little hard to see with all of these drawings on top of it, but. And then you suggested the tail being that little. Oh, I guess it should be sticking up. Yeah, like this is. This is definitely a more interesting result. So maybe it is the way to go. But yeah, something in between the two. What would that look like? Okay, what if it was hanging? Brush. Oh. What if it was more dog-like, but it was still hanging? From its head, I mean. So it would still have the hanging bit, and maybe the ring. I don't know. But something with the eyes there. I guess I shouldn't say dog-like. It is a cat or a rabbit or something. And then I just need to kind of figure out what position the paws would be in. But yeah, I was thinking like the paws coming out of here somehow. And kind of like that. I don't think I've done a very good job of drawing it, but yeah. Yeah, I think that might be a good way to go. And just say it's sitting? I guess so. I kind of like the idea that it looks like it's hanging, because that really emphasizes the Wormadam side of it. But let's see. If I drew it in more of a sitting position. Yeah, I think the other position is a little bit more interesting. Harder to pull off, but a little bit more interesting. This is swinging dog. Well, yeah. I think that is probably the best of all of these options, so I will just go with it. We'll try to find a way to make it look good, though. You know, there's lots of little details to work out. Don't think I will bother copying Wormadam's body shape or anything for this one. I think I can do it mostly freehand. Okay, I do need to do something with those eyes, though. Let's see. Wormadam has very round eyes with the like little eyelash and the dot in the middle. Umbreon has these almost triangular, very similar to classic Gen 1 eye style. But with that little highlight. Maybe this is in motion. Oh yeah, I could draw it with a bit more of like explicit swing to it. Yeah. I'll try to modify that with the pose. So I think a rounder eye, probably still with the little eyelash. But maybe Umbreon style inside of the eye. So basically just an Umbreon eye, but round. Yeah, it looks like you're responding to the same idea that I am going with, so. Hello, Indigo. Hello. Indigo is working on a personal project outside. And by outside, I mean our balcony. We don't have any yard space or anything like that, so. Right, let me hide all of that and see if I can... Let's see, would it be better if it was swinging forward? So it could be either swinging forward or, and let me just move this off to the side here, or it could be more swinging backward. Oh, that's the wrong brush. Why does Photoshop like to change the brush on me sometimes? I guess swinging backwards looks better. Swinging... I think I like the idea of swinging forward more, but the... like, just visually swinging backward just looks better. And then, I didn't draw the ears, I suppose, but... these would be flowing backwards. And, well, I'll make sure that the ears don't cover the face here. Yeah, let's do it backwards. Swinging back. Okay, and then, oh, that's an interesting idea. The ears would be the front paws. So it could have only the rear. Now I have to, like, I really like that idea, but for my mind to kind of figure it out anatomically, I think I need to draw what it would look like standing, even if it's just a really simple version here. Like, even if it wouldn't necessarily stand, I feel like it'll be helpful if I know what role those ears have to fill. I do like that. It's silly, but I like it. It's like Spider-Man. Yeah. Hello, Musa. But yes, so I think, if we're gonna make it so that the front paws, so that the front paws are the ears, they do need to be more, paw shaped. They don't necessarily need to have like paw like structure, I guess. And I think I'll still treat it in terms of like Umbreon patterns. I think it still makes sense to have the band around it rather than the ring on the side. And maybe still have the band around the middle instead of on the legs. Yeah, the specifics I'm not sure about. We'll get there. But I will keep the pose we were going with. I haven't lost track of my layers already. What are you talking about? Yes, you are absolutely right. That is the kind of creative thinking we needed to make Wormadam work. So thank you for that. Because, yeah, this is a tough one. You're right, Musa. It is not a complete black hole. It is only a little scary to think about what am I gonna do here. Wormadam Dark Cloak. I mean, I was thinking of it as just like a black trash bag instead of a weird pink one. Oh yeah, there is a soccer game that started, and once again, it isn't my team, so I'm just gonna put it on TV so I can follow the score. Seattle Sounders versus Atlético de Madrid. should turn down that volume. Oh wow. 13 minutes in, and Atletico is already winning. Yeah, it'll be a difficult one because I think it would be a good idea to incorporate the trash side of it because that's at least one of the things that I'm emphasizing about it. So since we've removed the front legs, and since we are making the ears be more like front paws, I think I'm going to make the tie-offs be rounded and pointy, not with rings on it, but in the shape of Umbreon tail and Umbreon ears, and then I'll just do two little bunny ears. Might need to make him a little slimmer. And maybe also make it put that little band tie off in gold at the base here. Oh yeah, and possibly putting a band around the middle there as well. Possibly. I'll leave that off actually for now. Oh, hello.
Just taking a little break.
Waiting for your paint to dry?
Yeah. Oh, little posies. So cute. Hello, friends.
Yes, little posies. It is swinging, and it's instead of having front paws, coming out of the chest, it'll just be the Wormadam ears as the front paws, because it has that kind of hand shape.
So instead of like a poodle bug, it'll be a bug poodle.
Sure. Now, does it have toe beans on its ears?
I don't see how it couldn't. Freddy says no. We'll try with him without. We have two opposed.
Well, in that case, maybe there's no toe beans on the toes either.
Oh, that's so sad. Oh dear.
You don't want toe beans? No toe beans at all then. Very well.
Oh, you want toe beans. Speaking of, for your saucepan, did you notice her going up to the highway earlier?
Yeah, she went up and she went through the tunnel, and well, she was still up there when I looked.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Oh, it was just like I was working out here, so I never would have seen her. So she just went up there, and I was wondering if it was her first time up there, and just like because I'd strewn like a dozen treats up there, so so clearly she's eaten them.
Toe beans are required for the feetsies. Uh-oh.
This is a twin tail situation. Well, just like do a separate layer for them on the ears, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. It's like fine. It's like, and I wasn't thinking like actual toe beans, just bean spirit, you know, like a little pattern that is bean shaped, you know. She looks adorable.
All right, let me figure out what my layers are here.
Should see them. They're all just numbers.
Well, yeah. Well, what else did you expect? It's not my fault that Photoshop doesn't ask me what the name of the layer is when I make it.
That feels like something you would like turn off. And you'd be like, I'll remember.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably find it annoying if I had to name a layer every time I make it.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you're just making a throwaway layer, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We've converted Musa. Oh, hello.
Hello, Topaz.
Never
Not
mind.
hello, Topaz. Just had someone join, a supporter join on voice chat, and then immediately bounce. So they must have clicked it by accident.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are just other sketches. I'll even move them to the bottom. But yeah, let's see. I think this looks pretty good. Might just want to adjust some things to make that swinging shape even better. All right, I guess we're going with the toe beans. Ear beans. Yeah, I definitely want this to be higher up because I don't want it to be hidden. So I have to have so much of it hidden behind the head, or behind the chest. This one, the other one, I think is in a good position. Maybe it could be a little bit forward.
I think it could be more bent.
Well, just because it's swinging, right? So I kind of want to give the impression of just like
Just
our arms forward kind of thing.
Like when I hold that pen like this.
A little bit. Yeah.
I'd grab her right now, but she's too high up for me to get to.
But yeah, I'll give a little bit, maybe not quite that much, but a little bit more twist.
I'm actually gonna check if she's
To the
crossed
body.
the new bridge.
We have a cat highway, but Indigo was just making some improvements to it today because Saucepan, our more adventurous cat, Saucepan was going up the cat highway pretty frequently, but only on one side and not actually like crossing a bridge to the other side.
She did, in fact, cross the bridge. So, because all the treats that I left up there are gone.
Ah.
So she did actually do it. So I might put more treats in like the cat tunnel, and then on that bridge again, so to like encourage her that it's safe.
I don't know if I want that band on the chest or not. But, I mean, I'm happy with the way this looks.
Yeah.
So I think I can just draw a cleaner version of it and, you know, decide on the details of the patterns and stuff. Like maybe it should have a ring on its head. Maybe the ears should have rings on them after all instead of bands around them. Make it more like Umbreon legs. So I'll draw a clean version of the body and then we'll do all of the patterning on top of that.
Right. Well, my primer should be dry, so I'm gonna go back to my project.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It was nice knowing you.
Goodbye forever, I guess. What if the toe beans are rings? Oh. It's a fun idea, but I think ultimately I agree with you that it's kind of a dumb idea. We could try it though, I suppose. think the hanging appendage needs to be drawn a little skinnier than I originally did it. Oh, I see there's a I saw there was a message on the stream on the text chat for voice chat for the stream, and I thought it might be something new, but I think it was actually from the last time, because it was referencing porgs. And I'm even making sure to name all the layers as I go. I don't know if you guys have like saved the bingo link. I certainly don't have it, and Gano is not currently here to share it. Have either of you actually paid any attention to the Umbreon Libris stream bingo, or is that basically just a thing for Gano? Well, I know it is Gano's thing, but it doesn't have to be just Gano. He shares the link every time. You do other things while watching the stream. That's fair. Fair enough, Musa. This is the only time you've had your computer freely available to you? Do you use a shared computer? Or, like, was your computer in repair or something? Just seems kind of weird to say I didn't have my computer available. Ah, you were at your partner's place. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I feel like there might need to be something there for that transition between the tie-off kind of bits and the ear proper. Debris shade. I like that sounds okay, but I'm you know, it doesn't directly reference either one. I feel like it needs the Umbra, the Madam, and the Trash. But yeah, it's a tough one for sure. As for the eyes, I guess it's not super clear because it's not like, you know, colored. But I am trying to do something that's between the two. So it has Wormadam eye shape, but the pupil is much bigger. And I'll probably color it red and give it that like eye shine. Oh, penalty. Oh. Oh, I see. It's a being. The penalty is ready to be taken, but they're still double checking it on VAR. Oh, looks like he's gonna take it back. I don't know if this is a home game for Seattle, but it does. It does sound like there's a lot of Seattle Sounders fans in the stands. Umbreon? Umbreon. I do like that. That sounds good. It just needs the The trash. Trash form, Umbreon. Wormadam and Debreon. Yeah, tough one. Okay, I think I have drawn all of the separate body parts. Yes, I'm just going to... I drew those lines that go behind other stuff because I thought it would be important to have them as a reference, but I will hide them for now so that it makes it a little bit easier for us to see exactly what it's going to look like. Okay, there we go. I was so confused about why my eraser wasn't erasing. Okay, so first I'm gonna put a little tie-off band here on the ears and see if that looks right. I think that does look better. Yeah. I think that is better than without it. So, originally I was thinking with bands here. Forgot to erase erase that. One option was to have the forehead ring. I definitely think it's a good idea to have the nose band. Rings on the outside of the legs, I think, is a no-go because there's barely an outside of the leg anyway. So another option would be rings here. Yeah. On the other ear, it would also be barely visible. Rings on the tails, I think, like not, like maybe bands, but I don't think rings. And yes, I was thinking that the like tie-off bands would be golden. And the other one that I was thinking was a band across the belly that would kind of go under that bit of the that kind of overflowing bit of the chest. I think I like the bands better than the rings. I'm just not sure about the head. Okay, I'm just gonna test, just gonna see how it looks with a slightly different approach to the head ring. There. That seems more purposeful. Oh, yeah, you suggested the same thing I was already doing, yeah. But yes, that seems more purposeful than on the forehead. So, I think I'm okay with this. I think I can just do the outlines, and then we can work out where exactly the colors, like what colors go where. Definitely needs to be black and pink, and then something. Also, maybe the bands wouldn't be golden. Maybe the bands would be the dark pink from Wormadam. But but in any case, the bands, including the like physical like tie-off bands on the ears and the tail, those would be all the same color anyway. At least I don't see any reason not to do that. Thank goodness the color palette is. Yeah, I like, and they are colors that go well together. Like when I was making the thumbnail for the stream, it was really easy to come up with the colors. So like that is definitely a relief. You know, I don't usually encounter TV ads very often because I don't have cable. Most of the TV that I watch is either like Netflix with a subscription or YouTube with YouTube Premium or Disney Plus with a subscription. And so I just don't have a lot of ways to be shown TV ads. So when I'm watching sports competitions, that's like the main time that I'm shown I'm shown ads. And when I'm watching like Brazilian TV, it's kind of depressing because basically all of the ads that I see are sports betting ads. And I mean, like watching the Club World Cup, I'm watching this on a streaming channel called DAZN, which is showing it for free. And, you know, a lot of the ads are just for their own stuff, you know, for their like premium version or whatever. A lot of their ads are for sports betting, but there's also like ads for other stuff like beer and cars and Ozempic and all of that kind of stuff that I know is like totally normal to get ads for. But because I basically never encounter those kinds of ads, you know, there's a bit of me that's like entertained by these kinds of ads because they're not the ones I normally see. But I'm seeing basically the same ads over and over and over and over again. And so any entertainment value that I was getting from these ads in the beginning, that's gone. I'm over it. I guess the other way that I get ads is audio ads on podcasts, and I also like try to pay for them as often as I can so that I can avoid the ads. But yeah, that's like different kind of ads anyway. Usually watch Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune. I totally read that in the wrong order for some reason. With the older ladies in your apartment. Yeah, it's just like it's the same ads over and over again. And I don't understand how that works. Like, I understand the principle of like exposure, right? So like the more often you see the name of something, that kind of stuff, the more likely you are to like get interested in it because it seems more familiar and all that. But the ads can just be so annoying. Generally speaking, ads can be so annoying. primarily encounter them watching. Oh, you also watch Jeopardy. Interesting. And streaming services at your partner's place. Yeah. If you're watching YouTube on your phone, I do believe there is a way to watch YouTube on your phone without ads. But like it really depends on what kinds of channels you're watching, and I have a stake in this, not just in your watch time, but in general. That like I earn so little from YouTube, from YouTube ads. And I totally get not wanting to see ads, obviously. But when it's YouTube, you are kind of, getting in the way of the earnings of small creators. If you're not being served an ad, then we are not getting paid for it, right? Like we're not getting paid for that view. And so I understand how annoying ads are, but if you have a way to like watch ads on smaller creators and avoid them on the bigger creators where it makes less of a difference, that might be a good way to go about it. And YouTube Premium, as much as Google sucks, I really like YouTube Premium. The app works really well. The like never seeing ads on YouTube, which is probably where I would get ads most often. That's excellent. And also, I have YouTube Music, which is not as good as other music streaming services that I've tried, but it's included with my YouTube Premium subscription, so like it's essentially saving me from having to get a music streaming service separately. So as much as I wish YouTube Music had a bunch of other features that I had on Apple Music or that I've seen on other people's Spotify, I will keep my YouTube Music and never sign up for one of the others for as long as I can. Did I? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna try to draw this tip of the tail a little bit more pointy. Fair enough. Fair enough, Musa. Every time I see someone talking about, avoiding ads on YouTube, I'm thinking about what kinds of channels they must watch. Amazon Premium is another one that I try to avoid. Like for Audible, I get my audiobooks largely from the library nowadays. But when my library doesn't have one, I go to a service called Libro FM, which I should really try to get a sponsorship from one day because of that name. but it's basically just independent Audible, and it supports. You get to like pick which bookstore you want to support with your purchases, with your audiobook purchases, which is really cool. But yeah, I don't order anything from Amazon unless I absolutely have to nowadays, so. Become too attached to owning your own music. Yeah, I mean, I don't get CDs very often, but we do have records. And I mean, I still have a bunch of old CDs. I just don't buy them very often anymore. I do typically buy them when I go to a concert, though, or like especially if I'm going to a concert for a bigger act, and then I really like their opening act or something like that. Then I try to buy their music right there. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened very often recently. We don't live in a big center anymore. Like when we lived in Vancouver, there were big concerts all the time. And here, the big concerts are quite rare. And I haven't become properly plugged into the local music scene to know like who's good, who should we go watch, and all that kind of stuff. But that is something that I miss, going to concerts. Probably the main thing that I miss, honestly. No, I totally get that Amazon has a bunch of other stuff that it offers on top of the, delivery stuff, but I pretty much get all of those from other sources anyway, so for me at least it is not worth it. And on top of that, I get to not give money to Jeff Bezos, which is always a plus. I actually did have Premium for a couple of years, Amazon Premium, for a couple of years, because I signed up for the trial one day, and then it's like a year-long trial, or no, it's a 30-day trial, but then you get, if you forget to cancel, which I did, then you have it for a year, and then it's like, oh well, I guess I might as well use it now. And then it happened again the following year. I just forgot to cancel it before it renewed. So I had it for 2 or 3 years because of that. But that was before I had all the other more interesting stuff on offer. Twitch wasn't a thing yet, at least not that I was aware of. They didn't have movies at the time. I don't think they had music, so it was basically just the delivery stuff. So I don't know if the price is significantly different nowadays, but at least they offer more than just getting people used to quick deliveries. That all right. Let me fill these in. Oh. Atletico has scored again. Looks like. What a shot. Yeah. Curious if that's gonna be judged offside or not, but I know you guys can't see the game, but I'm giving the commentary anyway.
It was a cool goal.
Do either of you who are here enjoy soccer? Either of you who are participating anyway. Maybe there's more people watching. Smells good back there. Oh. You enjoy playing more than watching. Oh, that's fair.
It's like baseball. Like baseball. A lot of people prefer to play it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Seattle has scored, so it's 2-1 now. Um, but I have always enjoyed watching soccer more than playing it. But I think that's mostly because most of the opportunities that I had to play soccer were. I think I will do that. Most of the opportunities that I had to play soccer were like in school, and a lot of the people that I would have played with were super competitive, and like in PE and stuff. It's like very competitive people. And so that just kind of drains all the fun from it, you know?
Kind of reminded of that Digimon, the like Lopmon mutation one. Kokomon, I think.
Sure. A lighter gray for the bag, and the little poofs. I'm guessing you're talking about the like tie off bunny ears. Oh, for the ties. I think I prefer the ties in pink. I like that strong color. Could be more golden yellow, but no, I think I prefer it in pink. But maybe the head should be the lighter gray to match the original color. And then I don't know what to do with the chest. This is all right. I feel like it might be too simple, but back legs also the lighter gray. Let's try that. Would it make sense in that case for the tail to also be that?
Like it.
Man, it's just been like 3 goals in the last 5 minutes. It was 1-0 for Atletico, and then now it was 1-0, and now it's 3-1. I'm happy with this. See, I think of the back, like I think of the legs as coming out from a piece of the trash bag as well. Like the whole hind leg area, hindquarters. I feel like that's all part of the trash bag, but I do think that the lighter gray works. But like that's why I thought the tail would be like tie offs, right? Because it's like tying off the bag that the body is in, basically. But yeah, and I mean, one, it only took me an hour and a half to get here, and I had accounted for 2 hours and 15 minutes. And two, this might be the most satisfying result, and it's all thanks to you, Courtney. Basically, all of the important bits were your ideas. But yeah, then the like I could do the shading and still be done by the time I need to leave at 5 o'clock. So. I still wonder if it needs gold somewhere. Yeah, like, I really like the dark pink. If it had gold somewhere, it would probably be either the rings or the bands or both. And like, obviously this looks good, but this is just Umbreon colors, right? It's like a very slight variation on Umbreon colors. So I think that's why the pink is important. Gold eyes? I'll try it, but I think that'll be weird. I mean, it looks fine. It's just like the gold in the eye doesn't feel like it comes in from anywhere. But maybe that's okay. I guess it does look better gold. Thoughts back there?
What's that?
Eye color.
Oh, gold is better.
Even though it is not part of either of their eyes?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I agree. I'm just like, I don't know, because of that reason. The golden guys are working? I think you mean golden eyes. But maybe there are just some construction guys outside your place that are just covered in gold for some reason. The golden guys are working. Yeah. Okay, well, I will stop the recording there and just do the shading now. Just the palette it needed, I think. More autocorrect shenanigans.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, no changing colors now because I'm like simplifying the color layers to make it easier to shade. No, I'll keep that one separate actually. And yes, I will keep that one separate as well. So.
That was easy.
Yeah, why did anyone think this was going to be hard? You messed up your thing?
Yes.
What happened?
I didn't pick a very good color, so it's kind of hideous.
But like, is it the color that you expected it to be, and you just like don't like the way it looks on the thing after all, or does it not look like what you expected it to look like?
It doesn't look like the way I expected it to look like.
Okay, I mean that's a little different.
Mm-hmm. But I should have gotten a darker color.
Hmm.
Anyways.
What was the thing and what was the color?
Oh, sorry. So I got this like nightstand off of Facebook Marketplace for like $30 or something, with the intention of like painting it and making it like look cool. And so I wanted it to be indigo. Shocker, I know. And so I picked out like a Benjamin Moore color, but it's a very primary blue. And it's a much more primary blue color than what I thought it was. So
I see. Well, that sucks, but that's less that you picked a bad color.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I should have opted for something darker. Anyways. But it's only the first coat, so I need to do another coat anyways. So hopefully it won't be so kid-like in furniture when I'm done. But we'll see. But yeah, right now it definitely looks like it's a children's piece of furniture.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. I'm just taking a break because one, I was hungry and I could tell I was getting cranky. And two, it was getting very warm because the sun was like directly on me. So. Hunger and heat, the two things I hate.
Hunger is your mortal enemy, so you're always trying to eradicate it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hunger is the enemy.
Yeah.
So Umbreon Trash Worm is a dark steel type.
Nice.
I guess? It surely doesn't look like a steel type, but I suppose I suppose it can be one.
I like dark steel.
I mean, Dark Poison would make more sense, but the poison would come out of nowhere, and so... No, not poison. Ugh.
Dark Bug.
Yeah, like, Dark Bug is probably what makes the most sense, and this is just garbage bag form. But yeah, I don't know.
Are there any Dark Steel types?
Bishop.
Oh, yeah. Umbreon sweats poison.
That's true. Umbreon. Umbreon sweats poison, but it comes from nowhere in the sense that that neither of the Pokemon being fused are poison type, and so it feels strange.
Dobby. Ugh, I want to bother Saucepan so badly.
I think I actually need a highlight layer. I haven't done one for most of these, but
Yeah. So dark that makes sense.
yeah, I mean, it just feels like it needs a bit of a shine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. And probably the rings are gonna need a bit of a highlight too to give that kind of glow look. So
She's so dark she needs highlights.
Hi there.
Oh, hello.
speak of the devil.
Were you not talking about me?
I genuinely cannot tell you if I said it out loud, but I was just thinking about you.
No, you didn't say it out loud.
I didn't say it out loud. Well, you came at the end. Like, I'm not even recording anymore because I'm just shading now. But I'll share my screen.
Yeah, you started at literally the only time today that I could not join.
Oh. Oh well.
Yeah, because at the exact time that you started, I had to take my cat to the vet.
Oh. Well, I hope
Yeah.
your cat is okay.
Yeah, just his like yearly exam, and then also trying to get his nails cut. Oh my god.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know yet.
I think it's great.
Yeah. You don't know yet, but I do. It is good.
I just need a process. It's a lot to take in.
It's just so grand. It's so great.
I mean, it's kind of pretty much everything that, like we said, that we might do at the end of last stream, plus some extra toe beans, which I think is nice.
Pro beans. I knew you would be pro bean.
I like it. It is almost cute.
I think it is cute.
I mean, its head is not cute, and that stops it from being like cute. But it's like if I put my finger over its face, then it's cute.
It's like a face only a mother could love.
But very nice, very successfully done.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was just saying this a few minutes ago. I think it might actually be the most successful one.
Are you saying that because it's Umbreon?
No, No, I was dreading this one. So, but like I like it in the end.
Well, good. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the ears being paused. That's kind of weird, but like,
Well, blame Wormadam for that, and Courtney. But like, Wormadam has ear hands, or the hair tie hands, the whatever those are.
those are hands.
I mean, I don't know if it actually uses them as hands, but it kind of has like little, finger endings. I've never used a Wormadam to be able to tell you whether the animations say that those are hands or not.
Same seats. I don't think I've ever even bothered to catch one for a Pokedex entry.
You don't catch them all?
No. I find it tedious.
That's fair.
You did say the other day that Pokemon is like an exception for you in terms of you probably would not like Pokemon if you learned about it at any other time in your life.
Yeah.
All right, I deleted all of it.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
Because Ghana didn't like the face, so I figured I had to start over.
hey! Now I get to see the stream. Why did my internet go away?
come back.
But my cat had a rough day at the vet though because he had so he is very 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 bad at nails, at getting his nails cut, and does not let it happen. So I always have to go to the vet for them to cut them, and even they struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And last time they got 3 of his paws, but not his left paw, which is his left front paw, which he is for some reason he's more sensitive about than the rest. But because of that, this time his nails grew so long that one of them embedded in his paw,
Oh.
and so pierced his skin and then caused an infection.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very painful to remove, and then he had to get antibiotics and a little bit of a rough time.
Poor baby.
Yeah, and now I have to go back in 2 weeks because of that we couldn't do his vaccines or his blood work.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, well, our vet usually cuts our cat's nails when they're sedated for whatever procedure they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
He is sedated. But
So
they don't do anesthesia, they sedate him with gabapentin.
And even then it's
Yeah.
it's not enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
see.
Yeah. Yeah. I cannot exaggerate when I say he's bad.
Oh, poor baby. I just watched a grooming video where the cat had basically I think the claw split, and it was a double claw, and then it had grown so long that it also had embedded the pad. So you had this weird gangly double claw thing, and the groomer was just I barely know where to start, but I have to remove this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
They won't even let me make regular just nail tech appointments. His nails have to be done in the presence of the vet there. It can't be a technician because he is so, and he's also old, so if he gets too stressed there's risk of heart attack too, and so they got to keep him very calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby.
I mean, he is 18.
How old is he?
So 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is 92 or something like that in human years.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Rogue is 15, so she's getting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saucepan's good about scratching her posts and carpet and stuff. So,
Yeah.
so she doesn't really need her nails trimmed.
He
Rogue
does
is-
too,
Rogue
but,
is
like,
mode.
he keeps them sharp, but then they keep getting sharper and longer.
But yeah, I've never trimmed Saucepan's nails.
Well, I guess Kyo has very strong nails that do not like to break.
Oh, yeah.
Because he like scratches. He has like we have like 4 posts at home, and he scratches all 4 of them regularly. And I don't know if it still is an issue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue rarely scratches, so.
Mm.
Okay, well, there it is. It is done.
Hi, done. I'm gone.
You needed to say it like Lisa. It is done.
Is it too late to start my bingo card?
I mean,
We can retroactively feed you.
and actually, I am not done. So there you go. If you have that on your bingo card, you can mark it. I just forgot to shade the toe beans on the ear.
See, it's funny because now I can put toe beans and Libris keeps going after he says he's done.
Nice.
My favorite part of that was saying the toe beans on the ears.
Yeah.
I didn't bake anything today, unfortunately, so I didn't even bring Libris any food.
No. I mean, I ate just before this, so.
But it sounds like I missed a boring stream.
You missed a short stream because I started a few minutes early to account for taking long, and I do have to I'm meeting someone at 5:30, so I have to finish at 5 to make sure I get there on time.
Mm-hmm.
And then like an hour and a half later, the design was done, and it's not even been 2 hours yet, and I've already finished shading.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
Yeah. And it all just came together. Courtney needs to feed you ideas more.
Yeah.
Maybe it all came together because I wasn't there to object, and this is what happened.
All right, got it. Well, it's done. I'm not going to change it. But what do you object to?
I don't know. Like, I think it's good. I do object to the ears, arms.
No, that was the idea that brought it all together. So.
Yeah. So if we might have spent like an hour arguing about it.
Well, they have tree tail.
Go. Oh.
But overall, it's good.
Okay. It's not a complete disappointment.
No, it's not. It's not bad. It's just jarring.
Well, actually, we have not come up with the name, so this is what we needed you for. Something that mixes the Umbra and probably the Madam, but also brings in some reference to trash. So that we don't just call it Umbratum trash form.
So what gives a woman walking down a shady street at night? Like a dirty street at night.
Yeah. like a streetwalker?
A night woman.
Well, I can put down not safe for work.
Wait, why is talking about prostitutes not safe for work? They're just doing a job?
True, they are doing work.
That is an industry that has never faltered.
Yes.
Maybe he did a little during COVID, but
Moved online. Um,
now this
I-
is definitely not super.
I did like the Debris Shade. I guess I never figured out how to pronounce it, but I did like it. Except
Debra
that
Shade?
yes, because it's like trash and shade, so it does have both. It just doesn't actually include pieces of either name, and so I think it would be better if it did.
Yeah, Debris, Shade, and Deborah is a woman's name, so. Um, I don't know, usually I have like an hour and a half to think of one.
Well, I have to leave in 20 minutes, so
Ooh, time crunch.
get on it.
Jesus. Is out of context on your bingo card, Gato?
I didn't actually make a bingo card.
Okay, never mind then. We don't get the story then.
Okay.
Also because I'm using my Wi-Fi is out, so I'm using my phone anyway, and I can't have like multiple tabs and
Yeah.
Discord on. Yeah.
That's also what Musa was saying, why he doesn't play the bingo. Yeah. What if it's just still Umbrashade, except it's pronounced Umbrashade because then it has the trash in the middle?
A little weak, but
Something that's like that's kind of coming to mind is like using the word like instead of it's like shade or shadow, like a silhouette, but then like et can be for like silhouette, but also for like feminine. So you can kind of like get like shadow and feminine in one like chunk of name, and then doing something like I don't want to just put trash like trashette, but I'm trying to think of like what is a more appropriate word for like or synonym for trashiness.
It isn't trashy, okay? It isn't trashy, it is just literal garbage.
trash jam beyond.
Oh, like junk and umbra can be put together pretty well.
Litter, waste, rubbish, sediment.
Valley Girl.
It's not trashy. Litter.
Cortis umbra.
Wormbrabish.
Not bad. Scrap.
Madumbrish. Madam Umbra Rubbish Medumbrish.
I like that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, that's what I said about the design.
Like, you set the bar pretty high, so.
We can still think for 15 more minutes, but.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Madam Brish.
I need to plug in myself.
We don't need something that sounds like Madam Umbridge.
Oh no! I mean, the sad thing is that Trash Wormadam does give umbrage.
Right or left?
Left. Okay, I'm not gonna eat it right now, but thank you.
I don't eat mine. Just a high chew.
Um.
Yeah. I think Umbreon is pretty good. I just it doesn't have the trash part of it, and like I didn't draw this, or I didn't conceptualize this as a form, but I guess it could be a form. You could replace the bag middle with a bush. I don't know.
It could just be Wormadam, Umbra Cloak. Umbra Cloak Wormadam.
But it's definitely not a Wormadam.
It is definitely a Wormadam with the head.
It has different eyes, and it has different patterns.
What type is it?
Who knows? Bug Dark, probably.
Well, if it's Bug Dark, it doesn't even need to have trash.
But it is trash.
Well, like on the actual design, what is trash?
The garbage bag.
That's a garbage bag?
It has a garbage bag around its chest, and it has, and it even has a tie off at the tail, and it has the two arms that are also, half arms and half garbage bag.
See, I thought of that as this fluffy fur.
No, it's like bunny ears, like when you tie off something.
No, I get that, but like the trash bag, I totally just interpreted as just like fluff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's a garbage bag. I mean, like that's what I see in the original Wormadam. Like, I see it as a garbage bag. It's just pink for some reason.
Because it's a girl.
Courtney, I guess I'm not familiar with Dross, and so Umbros doesn't.
Wait, Courtney's still here?
In the YouTube chat, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you stopped streaming.
Oh, we stopped recording.
I stopped recording, yeah.
Oh, this whole time I thought you weren't streaming anymore.
Yeah, no, we're just sitting here. I mean, nothing is changing on the screen, but we're on camera.
Oh.
I think you're being too picky about the name.
Okay. So you think Umbreon is good enough?
Yeah.
I think it is good enough, but I was hoping for something better than good enough.
Well,
I do really like Umbros.
I guess I've never heard trash metal called Dross or Dross or whichever one it is.
I like Mad Umbros.
That is better. It has the Madam, it has the Umbra, and it has something that is supposedly related to garbage.
Yeah. Also, the os, it could be dross, but it could also be gross, like garbage.
Well, you need to decide which way to pronounce it.
Well, maybe it is. I don't know how to pronounce dross or dros. Maybe it is dros.
Yeah, I don't know. But sure, Madam Dross or Madam Bross. Boss. Okay.
Madam Boss.
Madam
Boss.
Bross.
you need help with that.
Oh no, I'm just fiddling.
Also, hi Lisa and Courtney. I didn't know y'all were still here. Now I'm catching up on chat.
Well, I will go with Madam Bross,
Good.
the trash metal Pokemon.
As far as limits for cats, I don't know. I know that like 25 is what my vet's scale goes to for cat years.
Wow.
So that's always been what I've been aiming for with Keo, because I already got him as a 9-year-old. So I'm like, I need as many years as possible with him.
Yeah.
Maximum effort.
But yeah, like I'm exporting the file here, and just kind of looking at all of the others in the folder, and yeah, like I think this is one of the more successful ones. Mudbeat I think is really good, but it's kind of like it's really good in that it's just like really clean, like no complaints about it, but it's also not like super exciting. Volcryona I really like. I think the combination is just ended up being really awesome, and I think Rollabulb was really cute. But then again, I like both Pokemon, so like.
Yeah. I'm surprised to say that Lunamore is my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Started off strong, I suppose.
I like Splash.
Yeah, and then it just went downhill.
I like Splash Speed and Flying Monkey. I wasn't around for that stream, but I think that one's really
Oh, Flying Monkey is really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, Flying Monkey and Volcryona are ones that are just like something unique, and I guess maybe Madam Bross as well. It's just like something unique came out of putting these two Pokemon together.
Yeah.
All right.
Like you can't go wrong with Splashers B being Spiel. Like that's it.
Yeah. The only reason why I know about Dross is because one day I was curious about the lyrics for the Topsy Turvy Day song, and I saw that one of the lyrics was "Dross is gold and weeds are a bouquet." Okay. So I looked up Dross and went down a rabbit hole about metalsmithing and purifying. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Well, I will I'll save that, and I guess I will stop actually streaming now and get ready to head out. And
What time should I expect you back?
I mean, I'm going to Rhino, but I'm probably not going to eat there. I'm probably just going to grab a drink. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say 6:30 at the latest. Like,
Okay.
I don't think my conversation with Jeff is going to take that long. So.
Okay.
And it'll be about 15 minutes to get back. Anyway.
Anyways.
Not that you guys need to know any of this.
All
All right.
right. Bye.
The final video for this will probably still be a week or so. I'm aiming for next weekend, but I need to make sure that all of the rate Pokemon stuff is like at least what I've built so far is ready to go. There's like one thing that I'm still struggling to adapt. Because I think I've mentioned this before. The language that I wrote my final project in is different than the language, or the like database structure really that I wrote my final project for is different than the database structure that we actually use on Rate Pokemon. I was just using the one that I'd already learned, and so I've been spending the past week or so on like adapting the scripts that I wrote for my final project to actually work with the Rate Pokemon database structure. And there's like one thing that's left that is tripping me up. So hopefully it doesn't take me too long to finish that, and then I can put what I have live and just kind of slowly build out more features as I go. But just having the one thing live is what I need to before I make this video. So I'm aiming for next weekend. Okay.
Oh, before we finish,
Yes?
what should the Pokemon category be?
Oh, I said trash metal Pokemon. I thought that was pretty good.
I mean, it's boring, but okay.
Tell us how you really feel.
But I
What
just
do you,
wanted
what do you
to
mean
be
it's
the stream
boring? It brings in a whole
Pokemon.
new thing. I prefer calling it trash metal instead of draws because one, it's more explicit, and it literally has trash from Trash Cloak Wormadam and metal from the steel type in it. So I think calling it the trash metal Pokemon is better than the dross Pokemon because that's literally just a callback to its name. So.
But like, is it a steel type?
Well, Trash Cloak Wormadam is.
Yeah, but this one, like nothing tells me metal about the design.
That's fine. I mean, I called Flying Monkey the anti-hero Pokemon. because to me it just looks like a superhero, but it's evil. Like that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and this does not look like it is trash metal. It just looks like trash. But or what about scrap metal?
But it looks like trash.
Yeah, well, scrap metal is trash.
Okay, so how is that better?
Well, you're the one that wants metal in there. I just think trash metal is an awkward word combo.
It's a reference to the. You're right. It is because you're here that I was taking too long.
Bye,
Okay.
Courtney.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I enjoy this.